Are you curious? This is Angy Stewart from Mia InnerLight and Kardec Radio. Today we are going to talk about Halloween. What is it? How did it started? Is it good or not good? If you want to know this answer and many others, please subscribe, click the like button, and also touch the bell so you will be notified on a weekly basis of our new videos. So let's go. So to start talking about Halloween, I have to give you history because there is no science about it. So what is the history? Halloween is actually connected with certain countries. It always started in Scotland, England, and Ireland. So long time ago, the people who lived there were called Celts, and the majority spoke the Celtic language. They were pagans, and as pagans they were connected with nature. They were connected with the sun, the moon. So they created a lot of rituals, a lot of things to give thanks to nature or to protect them against what they thought was the devil. For example, they have lots of rituals regarding the harvesting time that usually starts in August to give thanks that now they are able to have crops to feed themselves. Another famous ritual is related to the beginning of winter because, as we know, winter time in the Nordic part, especially Scotland, England, Ireland, it is very cold. It rains a lot. So a lot of people used to die during this time. And they believed it was because there was an influence of some types of demons. And they created rituals to protect themselves against those demons. And that's when they started lighting bonfires. And during these bonfires, in the beginning of winter, usually in October, they used to give animals in sacrifice. They used to eat the meat and throw the bones of the animals in these bonfires. And they believed the gods, the entities, would be happy with this sacrifice. They also used to dress up in animal skin, in their fur, and they created the masks. There were masks of animals, and they were supposed to make the ghosts afraid, and the ghosts would leave. So this is all connected with their beliefs. Then time passed, and then the churches, many different churches, started trying to bring the pagans more close to their religiosity. Pope Gregory III. So Pope Gregory III is the one who actually decided to make the All Saints Day moved to November 1st. So it would be closer to their pagans' date of rituals during the winter time that was around October. So this was a way for them to bring the pagans close. And what happened? So the All Saints Day is also called Hallows Day. So the pagans decided to start celebrating their event the night before. So the Hallows Eve, meaning 31st of October. So Hallows Day, November 1st, and that's how it started, Halloween. Isn't that interesting? Moved to America with the pilgrims coming from England here, but also especially during the famine time where Ireland suffered with a horrible situation, and thousands of Irish people moved into the United States, and they brought, amongst many things, their own traditions. That's when Halloween became even stronger in America. It started with the first pilgrims mixing up with the Native Americans, and later on got really strong with the Irish people that moved here. In that time, they used to ask for food or for money. And then with the time, the kids start asking for treat or trick. And that's the tradition we have nowadays with the little kids. Okay, so what is all this to do with the Spiritist philosophy? Okay, I talk about it because a lot of people say, oh no, Halloween is something that's not good for Spiritists to participate, for example. Well, the first thing you have to understand is that Spiritism does not forbid you of anything. We are allowed to do anything we want, but we have to follow also the understanding of Chico Xavier, the very famous medium from Brazil. So Chico Xavier used to tell us, we are allowed to do anything, but it's not everything that will be good for me. So we really have to use our common sense and exercise well our free will. So, for example, I lived 17 years in New York City. New York City in the US has a very strong tradition of Halloween. Thousands of people are from Ireland, like my husband's family. His family are from Scotland and from Ireland. And, you know, it's embedded in their culture. So during Halloween, I used to organize with many friends before I had my son to go to the parade. There is a very famous parade on October 31st. And we all used to get dressed up, to get together, go in the subway and go to the parade. We had so much fun. We used all kinds of clothes, we took hundreds of pictures, we walked for almost 3 hours, and at the end we were exhausted and we returned home. So this is good, this is positive. But exactly like Halloween, in Brazil we have Carnival. And all these big celebrations, these big events, they end up involving a lot of alcohol, drugs, and wild sex. So you have to think about, you are going to a parade to have fun with your friends is one thing, but another thing is you're going to a party afterwards where all kinds of crazy things are happening. You have to be careful because we are not strong enough to have our energy in this level, go to an environment, there is a lot of drugs, a lot of alcohol, a lot of crazy things happening, and a lot of negative spirits. As we learned, these spirits can actually connect with us and bring us down. So we have to be more careful to be exposed to this type of environments. So the first thing you have to say is to think. And I'm gonna do anything that I would like others to do to me, and I'm gonna expose myself to some type of danger. What could happen? We also know that nowadays it's very common girls to be in a party and someone put some kind of a pill or medication or drug in their drink. This makes the person, that not necessarily a woman, but a man also, to lose their conscience. And this exposes them to a lot of dangers. They can be robbed, they can be raped, they can be even killed. So whenever you go to certain environments, be careful. Don't go alone. Try to protect yourself. And if you think it's something you wouldn't like your loved one to be doing, don't do it. But Spiritism don't forbid you of anything. Enjoy life in a positive way. Do the trick or treat with your kids. And get a lot of candy from them. Have a good day. Bye-bye.